Hey, folks, we are back again. It's been almost 4 months, and I've got some explaining to do before we watch episode 3.
And what a fast 4 months that was, huh?
But did you see this right here?
Just zip by.
Because we come in peace. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't throw anything.
Now listen. We filmed this next episode 3 in September. Just a real quick explanation. We had a lot going on. We had the holidays, of course, sub-zero temperatures,
Of course.
and had
Cold.
a sickness in the family. And then we got about 4 more sicknesses after that.
It was going around, huh?
Yep. But the main reason we were 4 months not showing you episode 3 was we have an entourage of maybe 6 or 7 of us. And before anything goes out, we all sit and we screen each episode. So we had filmed, like I said, in September, and this was supposed to be episode 3. And we went back and forth, and a couple of us thought it sucked. A couple of us thought it was good. A couple of us wanted to go in a different direction. It was mayhem. But we let the holidays play out.
Yep.
We let the sicknesses
Play out.
and thank God everybody's healthy and good again.
Yep.
So we watched it again the other night. I said, actually, I didn't say it. I think Warren said it. He said, listen, before we just scrap it, let's watch it one more time. I said, yeah, okay. Because, oh my gosh, we missed so much. A lot has transpired. So to make a long story short, we watched it. We screened it again. And then me and Warren looked at each other and we said, you know what? We like it.
Yeah.
Okay. We actually like it. So that's it. I want you to watch it. Before we get into anything else, I just want you to put your phones down, unless you're watching this on your phone. Put your phones down. Get on YouTube or wherever you get us, Rumble, wherever they
we are, huh?
where they find us, and watch this episode. It's only about 20 minutes long. And then I've got a big announcement at the end. I think you're going to want to stay tuned for of where we stand, what we should do, where we could go from here. Because, folks, I got to tell you, February 1st, the way I see it right now, I'm going to give you a little scenario. There's 6 people sitting around a campfire. And in the campfires, you got some wet wood, you got some dry wood, you got some dry brush, you got some wet brush, you got, I don't know, they're just in the woods, and there's 6, 7 people just flicking, they're just lighting wooden matches, and they're flicking it into the bonfire, and the fire, it fizzles out. Yeah. The match just stays lit for a little bit and peters out. But real soon, one of those matches is going to get tossed. It's going to hit something real nice and dry, and maybe that's
Perfect.
It's just perfect for it's in a teepee fashion or it's in a tic-tac-toe fashion. It's going to catch fire. I've never seen it like this before.
Yeah,
we
it's
are
pretty rough out there. Pretty rough.
Are we divided or are we divided?
Oh my gosh, when are we not divided?
Yeah. What were these people thinking?
No, wow.
All right, here we go. Episode 3.
Why did I do these things? Made this awful scene. 'Cause I wanna play rock drums and be a magazine. What were you thinking? 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 What were you thinking?
Time to tune in.
Time to tune in to
Time
us.
to tune in, tune out. Put your phones down. Put your TVs off. Tune in. Here we are. Here
We're
we
back,
are.
baby.
Yep.
WWYT TV.
Yeah, I like that one.
You like that?
WYY TV.
Yeah. And people might say, why T?
YT. Because. What were you thinking?
Yep.
It's
So
what
if you
were
see us out on the
thinking.
street with the mic and it's got WWYT TV, that's us.
That's us.
All right. So
Don't
this
throw
is
anything.
this is episode 3.
Here we are.
Yeah,
Episode
and-
3.
And we promised that we were going to get down and dirty and not float all over the place with all kinds of things.
Yeah, we're just going to get dirty.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So I want to talk about Charlie Kirk
Okay.
and what's going on.
Right.
And I want your thoughts.
I will. I'll give you my thoughts on Charlie
Maybe
Kirk.
maybe the text, we can even bounce some stuff off the text. So I want to start this by saying we can't continue on this way. Every morning I wake up,
It's a tough morning.
there's a riot over here, there's a protest over there, somebody's shooting this up, somebody's shooting that up. It can't go on. So I was thinking the other day, Charlie, he might have been on the right track, very intelligent guy, and he might have been on the right track, but I still think he was looking for answers. When I watch him sit there and you could see the gears turning
Right.
when he was talking to the kids, but sometimes I have a funny feeling that the kids left the microphone maybe even more pissed off than when they got there.
Well, of course. I mean, when you go up there in a public forum like that, and then you spew out what you want to spew out, and then he shuts it down, and there's really no rebuttal to what he just shut you down with. I mean, what are you going to do? You either call him a racist and you walk away, or you walk away upset. But you're right. Yeah, he does piss people off. Nobody likes to hear things that go against your.
Although
beliefs.
the way he would put it, I mean, he would come across concerned.
Right.
He'd want to back it up with facts and stuff.
Yes, for sure.
But I think the thing I'm trying to say, folks, is many people that have been inspired by this whole thing and want to pick up the torch where Charlie left off. As many people are turning around and maybe finding God and going to church, and there's just as many that are more pissed off. So this thing isn't going away.
Not anytime soon.
No.
No.
So I was thinking the other day, is there a way that we can put an end to this? Pretty simple way to put an end to this.
Okay.
And I want to call it Code of Conduct.
Code of conduct. All right.
Code of Conduct.
Sounds interesting.
That
Go ahead.
means it's a code,
Right.
and it's about your conduct
Ah,
in the public.
I got you.
Okay? So I'm thinking you're not different. You're not weird. You're not a kook. You're not a creep. If you wake up one morning, I don't know when it would have been, but if you wake up one morning and the opposite sex you're not attracted, it does nothing for you.
Damn it.
Or the same sex definitely does something for you.
Okay.
Or no sex does something for you.
Okay.
Or role play in a furry outfit
All good
does
things.
something for
All
you.
good things.
Right?
Right.
Okay. So we are all different. And I think that when I was a kid, I think it was a much better world when you didn't have to know everything. For instance, I'm just going to give you a
A
hypothetical.
little something. Okay.
Mr. Sampson, right down the street.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he comes home from work early.
Right.
His wife also has a job. Takes two now,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Kids are in school. He comes home. He likes to rummage through his wife's drawer, put her panties on, put a bra on,
yeah.
and do his thing, and
In the closet.
whatever.
Right.
Right? And when he finishes and he's all done, and he cleans up everything and gets rid of all the evidence and puts things back just like where they were, and
Right.
kids come home from school, and the wife comes home from work, and nobody knows anything.
None's the wiser.
Okay?
Right.
Maybe it was a better world when we didn't have to know.
What you don't know won't hurt you, right?
Right.
Right.
So I think you know where I'm going with this.
I totally do.
What's your feelings about that?
Well, I do believe totally that what you don't know won't hurt you. What happens behind closed doors, and if you didn't know about it, then it really didn't. But God forbid if it ever did leak out. Holy cow. It was end of careers, end of lives, end of stories, end of marriages, broken homes. But unfortunately, this day and age, they've let it out. You know what I'm saying? They've opened the door. It's all out there now. But, I don't know if they're actually, if you're going to, yeah, they are. It's all out there. I mean, I've done theater, and in my theater days, I have also put on a dress, on stage. God, it's such.
Well, for theater,
Yes.
that's understandable for
Right,
theater,
right,
but
right.
I'm talking about more of a sexual type of I hate to use this word. I hate it because people are going to get down on me, but a perversion.
All right. Okay.
Okay, it's a for those out that are out there and they're like, he's a creep. Don't give me that crap. He deserves to. He deserves this. He deserves that. She deserves this. They're going against what God. They're going against religion. They're doing this. They're doing that.
Right.
It's not that easy, folks. It's not that easy. Yeah, if you can remember back when you were in, I can remember back when I was in kindergarten. There was a kid. We used to. I totally remember this. We'd have a half an hour of playtime, hour of playtime. The boys would be off over on this side of the classroom with the trucks and the and the cars and the anything that tools and whatever. Right. And the girls would be over there where the little babies and dolls and nurseries and
playing house,
playing house and stuff. Right. But there was this one kid. I actually remember his name too. I think it was. And for some odd reason, he would not. He's a boy, but he would not play with us.
Huh?
How did that happen at 4.5 or 5 years old?
Right.
How does that happen? People talk about being influenced. People talk about being touched when they were younger. People talk about an uncle sexually abused them when the parents weren't around.
Well, because he wants to go play with the dolls and stuff?
No, I'm just saying all the different
reasons why maybe
LGBTQ plus.
But
I don't know how many more letters there are, but a lot of people just think, hey, you're screwed up, and you need help, and you're mental. It's mental. I don't think it's that easy. I don't think we could just write it off like that.
Right. I don't think so either. I don't think so. That's a very impressionable age. A lot, 4 or 5. I mean, you're learning. You're seeing things. What if he just had sisters? What if he was just growing up and that's all he had was sisters?
Right.
So all he was around was his mother and his sisters. Maybe dad wasn't around.
Right.
So all he saw was baking. All he saw was dolls. That's all he did.
There's so many different things that could have happened to someone at that age. But here's the one that makes me think the most is, like I said, it could be somebody that touched you when you were younger, right? In the wrong way.
It could be.
It could be maybe mom wanted a daughter but got a son, but wanted a daughter so bad that she puts dresses on him and I don't know, puts makeup on him or paints his toenails or fingernail, whatever.
I'm sure there's some instances like
okay,
that. Yeah.
There's things like that. There's so many different things that could have happened, but here's the one that's got me most interested. Could it be that in the womb, the wiring, the DNA, the chromosomes, the X's, the Y's, could it have gotten just could something have happened in there? Because how do you explain pulling up at a Burger King window and you're ready to get your lunch and you're working, your mind is just a million different things, and it's like, can I help you? And it's just like you look up and you're like, it's a guy, no facial hair, very smooth complexion, pretty,
right?
Actually pretty, with a soft voice,
right?
With every amount of femininity that it could possibly. There's no masculinity there at all.
Right.
How do you explain that away? How do you say that he's just got problems? He's mental. How do you do?
I don't think you can explain it away. I don't think you can just be like labeling him as he's got a problem or he's mental. Maybe that's just the way he is. I mean, every human being, is their own self entity. So maybe that's
right. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Right.
So for you gay bashers that are out there, or trans bashers or whatever it is, and you think that they're just messed up, and if they got a little help, everything can turn around. If they found God or something, everything can turn around. They just be normal again.
Just find a little pill.
I don't
right?
think it's that easy, and I don't think. I have a funny feeling that Charlie thought that if they found Christ, if they found religion, if they found God, things would turn around for them, and they'd start to realize how important the family unit was, all that kind of stuff. Again, no offense to Charlie. I really, I liked the guy a lot. And he made a lot of sense and backed it up with a lot of facts. It just is not that easy to label.
Right.
Right?
And honestly, I think he has to actually even be going out there with at least 50% of his brain thinking, okay, I'm not going to get to any of these people. You know, maybe one, maybe two, I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? But then again, as it went on and as he went on and he got more popular, a lot of his audience was his supporters. They all came out to support him and see him. And there were a few that filtered and got brave enough.
I think there was both.
No, and I agree. I'm not saying that there weren't out there haters, you know, because a hater has to hate and a hater wants to see. They want to see what they're hating. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to just turn a blind eye to Charlie Kirk if he's on their campus. They're going to be there, by God, and they're going to make them, you know, their voices are going to be heard. So, but for the brave ones that went up to the mic to challenge
which was
him,
very cool. That's the cool part about Charlie.
it was very cool.
You know, Charlie's
You've never
like,
seen anything like that.
Charlie's like, I'll let you be 10 feet away from me. I'll let you have a microphone and let's talk. Let's debate. And
Right.
I'll answer questions. You answer questions.
Yeah.
But like I said, most of the time these people walked away like either like,
Right.
you know, even more pissed off.
Yeah, frustrated as
Right.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
So I think it's a little easier than we all think it is. And I want to get back to that code of conduct.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I say, whatever blows your hair back, really,
Right.
whatever it is, and no offense to any of you out there, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to add 4 more letters and learn what they all mean and what they're all about. I'm building 2 decks right now.
Right.
I don't have. Most of us don't have the time. So
Yeah.
this approval that you're searching for or longing for from us, a lot of us don't care.
Right. Well, and I don't even think it's really that we just don't care, because that sounds so just like, you know, I don't give a shit about you.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I know
mean
that's
it
not
that
what
way.
you're thinking, but that's how sometimes if you go, you know, I just don't care. I don't care about you. It comes across as like, I don't give a shit about you. That's from their perspective.
I can see that.
That's where they're getting it, right?
Yeah.
So more if we say that, listen, live your life the way you want to live your life. I mean, if you're above a certain age, by all means, you can make any decision you want to make with your life. You want to be trans, you want to go and do this, you want to wear dresses.
That's
you wanna
right. It's a free
be gay.
country.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is America.
But you cannot enforce, or you cannot expect everyone else to adhere and turn around and walk on your path.
Right.
And treat you as such. That's just something that to me is a little out of bounds, you know? Everyone's got their own little circle that they're walking through, and they expect certain little things in their circle, a little respect, a little bit of whatever that's coming at you.
Right.
But when you start pushing that circle out and you're starting to force people to
Well,
address you in a certain way,
A lot of them say that their rights are being taken away. That
well, because we don't say they or them, that's not a right. That's not a right. They don't have a. I mean, where's a right in a person who says I'm not a he, when clearly everything from human history says that's a he. Was there a right that we have to call them they or them? That's not a right.
right. Some of the things that they're talking about where they want rights, it doesn't fall under rights. It falls under more of approval.
Oh, yeah, a personal approval. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this code of conduct that I'm talking about, I think that we'd be able to. I don't want to use the word. I hate it.
Use it.
I don't want to use it. I hate it.
Well,
I can't stand when I see a bumper sticker that says it.
Says what?
Coexist.
Oh, good Lord.
I don't want, but I think that all these problems can go away if we just follow a code of conduct. And what I mean by that is, right? I said, like we were talking about,
Yeah,
whatever blows your hair back, whatever turns you on, whatever makes your motor run, that is your personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be asking anybody to confirm it, approve it.
Right.
It should be whatever,
Right.
whatever you want. But once there's a line, so when you're pushing trans or gay
Now, when you mean pushing, what are you talking? Are you talking like media?
When you're
What are you
pushing it,
talking, or-
what I was going to get to that, but
Okay,
when you're
okay, okay,
pushing it, like you want to, what's the reading that they're doing in front of the kid? They want to,
oh, public library
yeah,
readings
the
and things
trans
like
want
that,
to want to have story time.
Story time.
Okay, this is a line that should not be crossed.
I agree 100%.
Right? Am I right?
Right,
about
right,
that?
right.
Why would you want to do that? Why? What would be a good reason that you'd want to do that to somebody's kid?
Well, certainly, I don't think that they were thinking it was certainly going to be anything but accepting at all. I think that was pushed. That was pushed merely to create and invoke hostility. What would be any other reason other than to create and create a division? Right? It doesn't make any sense.
In other
to
words,
me.
they were doing it on purpose. They knew there'd
Yes.
be a problem with it. They knew they'd piss people off.
Yes.
Well, they did.
Exactly, they did.
You know, moms and dads.
Maybe the trans God, what am I trying to say? The trans nucleus or whatever, right? Maybe they were a patsy. Maybe they were being used to create a bigger division. You know, unfortunately, they didn't see it. And they, you know, I mean, it's like when you're trick or treating and you get a little piece of candy, your parents say, "Yeah, you can have some candy after you trick or treat." You're just gonna eat one? Nah, they're gonna say you have two. You can take two. You can take three. You can take four. You're gonna take everything they're gonna give you. Everything they're gonna give you, you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna eat it to the utmost. And I think that's what happened with the trans community. I think that they said, okay, we'll give you a little bit of this. Okay, you want to do that? Okay, you do this. And they just ran with everything they could get because they never had anything else before that. Does that make sense? And it just created this
But
firestorm.
to want to spread it to children that are
Oh, yeah. they-
just, you know, they're like you said, they're
learning.
watching, they're learning, the tape
Impressionable.
recorder's just
Yeah.
taping, and they're figuring out, you know, and they're very impressionable.
Yeah.
And you remember being young.
Yeah.
You didn't know, you didn't know what you wanted to.
No. You didn't care. You didn't think about that when you were a kid.
No.
But now kids are thinking about that. Why? Because it's pushed right in their face.
Right.
Right in their face. And they're like, what? Eyes are wide, going home at dinner time, right? Talking to mommy about this, that, and the other thing, what they saw at school or read in a book.
Right. So
Man.
so with this code of conduct, when they're doing things like that, they want to be at story time, dressed up, very provocative, and read to 3, 4, 5-year-olds. That would be one of the codes. That's like, no, you can't do that.
Then the doors burst open. The king and queen walked through. There's our precious daughter. If they did not know what love meant, who would?
And a big bad puppy.
Drag Queen Story Hour is really just people reading books to kids. There's no underlying mission. It is nothing more than having someone come in, read books to children, and make them feel welcome and included.
Remember learning how to walk? I remember learning how to walk, but it was with these shoes on. Friends and news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you are.
And I never had specifically, like for myself, like a role model or someone to look up to at an early age to say it was okay to be gay, to be a drag queen, to be, you know, whatever I wanted to be. So that's why I think it's important to be here today, to show the kids that, you know, there is someone that you can look up to, and you can be who you want to be.
I think it's just important that he sees this as something that's normal, it's accepted, it's not anything to be ashamed of. And if I just keep taking him to events like this, it's just going to be a part of life.
Everybody say love. Love. Yay.
That code of conduct that you've been talking about that has always been there since ever. There's just been an unspoken, hey, this is how we act in public, right? And then somewhere along the line, it got skewed. Not saying anything wrong about the gay pride parade, but that pushed a line. Okay, it went a little bit. Then they pushed it a little further. Then they pushed it a little further and a little further to the point where it had to blow up. It had to blow up. And they had to know that it was going to blow up, you know?
Right.
So,
But the answer isn't what's going on out there right now, folks. It's not grab your daddy's gun or your grandfather's gun and just blow somebody's head off. You know, you can't. We can't continue this. It's nuts, and I don't know. I think if we really sat down, talked this thing out, respected the fact that again, whatever blows your hair back, kind of thing, it's your life, it's your body, that we could get somewhere with this, and we could live.
I wonder what the percentage of, and not that there's, I'm not trying to exclude certain things, but I wonder what the percentage of trans is out there in the United States. What is that percentage? You know what I'm saying? Is it like 0.01, 0.02 as far part of the population? I mean, it's such a, I believe that the trans community is such a small, minuscule part of America that they've got such a big, during those 4 years of Biden, that small little
That's just trans, though.
community.
You got LGBTQ.
Right.
There's 2 new letters now. I don't even know what they are, and there's a plus.
Yes.
They're talking about and then they're talking about a 3rd new letter.
Right.
Like I said,
Well, I would be curious. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna be curious. Hopefully one of these texts will find that out later on, and we'll put that up. But find out just what the percentage is of the LGBTQ community is out there through the, you know. I mean, is it growing?
I guess it'd be interesting to know, but like again, it's.
But I don't think so. What is it exactly that you is it the drag queens in the libraries reading to the kids that upsets you, or is it that you don't want to see
I guess
anymore,
when it's
or-
just really, really put in your face.
right? You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. If you didn't see it, you'd have no issues
I'm
with
sure
it.
they don't want to see a heterosexual couple either displaying public affection.
Nah, maybe not. Maybe they don't care.
I don't know.
A 2025 poll shows that 9.3% of adult Americans identified as the LGBTQ plus, and then another one says we estimate that 1% of individuals, 2.8 million, aged 13 years or older, identify as transgender in the United States. Among adults, 0.8%, over 2.1 million, identify as transgender. Among youth ages 13 to 17, 3.3%, about 724,000 youth
Wow.
identify as transgender.
Wow. Now those kids are what you said about 17, so that'd be like a generation alpha, right?
13 to 17
Right.
years
So right
old.
now that'd be about a generation alpha. So those parents of those 17-year-olds would be what? Millennials, right? And then before that, you would have late millennials and Gen X raising those late millennials. It's I don't know. Somewhere along the way in that generation, the line got really wavy.
Well, I know one thing that happened for sure.
Uh-huh.
When mom had to go to work, when mom wanted to go to work and have a career,
Right.
and then there was 2 incomes coming in,
Right.
and society saw that, right?
Right.
And they thought, well, that number one, we had a problem with that. Was like, oh, there's 2 of you making a paycheck now, so homes aren't 30,000 anymore.
Right.
Now they're 150,000.
Right.
You know, that's how it all got started. But what happened with that is we all talk about it. We all know it. We've heard it a million times. But when the kids came home and no one was there, and the key was hidden, and
Yeah. What is it called? Latchkey?
Latchkey key?
Latchkey kid? Something like that?
latchkey key. Latchkey kid. You're right.
Right, say that
You're
3
right.
times.
But anyway,
latchkey,
there
latchkey.
is something for sure about a mom and dad together raising a family, boys and girls.
True.
I don't. You could sit here and try to prove me wrong, but you get a little something from the dad.
Yeah.
You get a little something from the mom. It's a balance. Mom's always a little more understanding, less violent. Dad's like, you know,
Right.
most of the time it was like that. And it was kind of a, yeah. Do you remember that shit? Like,
Totally,
oh,
totally.
I can't, man. If my dad, if I ever did that and I came home, I'd get my ass kicked, kind of thing.
Right.
Right. How many of us talked like that when we in the 60s and 70s and
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now it's like mom thinks she could do it alone, or two moms together think they can do it, and
Dad's not around. Jetted out, took off,
yeah, it's
Right. living his life, right?
it probably wasn't the best thing
No,
to happen.
I imagine that's a huge factor. I totally believe another factor is the digital world, the internet. You know, late millennials, they were born into it. I mean, they didn't when they came into this world, they had a cell phone in their hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. The cell phones are terrible, man. They're
Well,
just
yeah,
terrible.
it's
Just go out there today and go anywhere, and they're just
Right.
their face is buried in that thing.
Yeah, socially.
Watching senseless, stupid. I saw it with my kids in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I heard something on the phone. I heard these two guys like I was like, what the fuck are they watching?
Uh-huh.
And it was that Beavis and
Beavis and Butthead. Yeah.
when I saw that,
Right?
I thought, this ain't Gilligan's Island, man.
No,
This
no,
isn't
no.
Leave It to Beavers. This is who are these?
That was another.
And
Section
my
of the
kids were
Pusher
my
line.
kids were cracking up at that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off the subject.
We are pulling off subject, but the thing is that there's so many other subjects that actually lead to this. You know, we've been leading to up to this point for so long now. I mean, for what? How many? Like 2 generations, 3 generations now. It's been leading up to this point, and now we're finally coming to a full head. We're finally coming to this boiling point.
I think the whole approval thing is because every night they go to sleep, they wonder, am I doing it wrong? Am I going to go to hell for it? What other reason would there be to try to get everybody on the boat?
That doesn't surprise me that they want acceptance. It doesn't surprise me, because that's what everybody wants. They just want to be accepted. They want to they want to belong. They want to be able to walk down the street holding hands with the person that they care about and not have to worry about that they're going to get jumped and beat up by this guy who comes out of the gym and is roided out or is a heterosexual. And I mean, look at, you know, it's because that's happened quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? To the point where they had to finally do something. So I don't think it's a curious thing that they want to be accepted at all. I think everybody wants to be accepted, no matter what you are, or what you believe, or how you feel. You want to feel that you are not the outcast.
Right.
You don't want to live your life like the outcast.
Right.
So if everyone has to accept you, and we make laws that is forcing everyone else to accept you, well, then you're happy, right? You get what you want. But then when those laws are taken away, which it seems now that this is what's happening, then they're freaking out. They're freaking out. We're going to go back to, you know, to them, they think they're going back to the Stone Age, you know, back to the beginning, right? Don't pass go, no $200.
It's been a lot of anger from the left to the right. From the left to the right. How long before it's from the right to the left? Someone's
It'd be pretty
going to
bad.
return fire,
It's going to be bad when it gets to that point.
and it's going to be bad.
And it's coming that way. We don't want it to
We
go
don't
that
want
way.
that. You don't want that.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
If you can digest what we talked about tonight, just think about it a little bit. Code of conduct. Just do your thing, man, and don't worry about so much what everybody else thinks. And
Get outside. Get some sun.
yeah, get some sun. Go hike and do some other things than just
Put the phone-
protest about this and that. And
Put the phone down, right? Good Lord,
yeah, man.
right?
Let's get on with it, okay? I want you to think about that, and we won't keep harping on this thing. I wanted to touch on this because it's the biggest thing.
Right.
I want to touch on it today. So,
It's good touch.
God bless you.
Yeah. Right. Keep your feet moving forward. Did I say that? Yeah, you did. Okay.
And every once in a while, you could think, what was I thinking?
Yeah. Give yourself a little tickle and say, what were you thinking? Right? Do
Until
it.
next time, guys.
Sometimes I wonder just what I was put here for. This world's been turning much too fast outside my door. Why can't they say?
All right, we're back again.
Rouge, what'd you think?
Yeah, episode 3. Let us know what you thought. I've never asked for this before. This is we've had some teasers and we've had 3 episodes, and I've never, not once, asked you to subscribe. But I'm going to ask you to subscribe now. It's not for money. It's not for it's not for the amount of clicks, any of that crap. I need to get my message across to Donald Trump, Kristi Noem, Marco Rubio, Tom Homan. I need to get this across. We need code of conduct, which I mentioned. You as much spit on an officer, you as much spit on him, you're going to be arrested. You're going to be fined. You may be imprisoned. We're going to take money from you with the fines. We're going to take your social media away. You want to see this shit to stop? You want to see any of this protest stop? You just take their phones away. These are crazy weirdos out there. And I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're fraudsters. I don't care if you're any member of the LGBTQ plus AEIOU and sometimes Y. And don't forget I before E after C, because that's an important one too.
It is.
I don't care what you are or what you think you're doing. Don't you find it embarrassing? Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel, I'm talking to the protesters right now. Don't you feel dumb and stupid and demeaned and pathetic that you have to have a daddy come in right now? You got to have Daddy Trump come in right now. You're in your 20s. I see you out there. You're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. I even see 50-year-olds. I think I see 60-year-olds. You're supposed to be done with Daddy at 20, at the latest, possibly 18 or 19. So, you're going to get reprimanded. Code of conduct. I'm asking President Trump, Kristi Noem, Marco Rubio, Tom Homan, Pat Bondi. I'm asking them if I can come into D.C. I can fix this thing between 30 and 90 days. I can fix it. But you're going to have a list of rules, regulations, and laws. You as much spit on a cop, you're taken away. Okay? Bring your signs. Put what you want on your sign. Take off of work. Maybe you don't have a job. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing out there. But
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of them out there.
yeah, but there's nothing wrong with peaceful protests. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it.
That's a key word, is peaceful.
Yeah, when you start spitting and throwing water bottles filled with piss,
Right.
or frozen water bottles at their head, or lighting off firecrackers at their cars,
Right.
or kicking a tail light
Yeah.
until it's just dangling from a neutral and a hot lead,
Blocking streets.
sitting in the middle of a
Yeah. Some people do got to go to work, you know what I'm saying?
of a freeway,
Yeah.
or freeway entrance. It's
crazy.
It's asinine. You're showing your stupidity. You're showing your ignorance.
It's the believing of the media. I mean, the media's got a huge play in this. I mean, honestly, the media on the right hand is telling us what we want to hear. The media on the left hand is telling them what they want to hear. That's what pushes the division, is that they believe everything the media tells them. We believe everything the media tells us. That's how we get our news. That's how they get their news. The news is, it's all orchestrated.
The news is the news,
Yeah.
and it's what they tell you. But when you got Bill Maloogian, you got him during the 4 years of Biden, and he was down there at the board, and he'd show him.
Right.
He'd show him coming through the fence. I don't believe that was AI. I really don't.
No. I'm not saying that. No, that actually happened. I'm talking about what they're talking about now with the left media talking about going home to home and taking kids and disrupting families and the you know, the little 5-year-old boy who they went for the father, and then
Yes.
the father jetted out and took
Yeah.
off, and the little boy was sitting there.
Yep.
The ICE was actually, I don't know if it was ICE or it was Border Patrol. I know they're both out there, but the group was actually trying to take care of this kid. And all of a sudden, there was one shot of the kid standing behind the ICE with the ICE agent standing there. It was right behind the bumper. and then they said they're taking kids away.
Yeah.
That's media. That's propaganda. That's pushing something that is not true, and then all of a sudden they take it and run.
That's the little urchins that are there saying that stuff too. That's not just media.
Well, that's how they hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
got,
saying?
You got actors like Ed Norton,
No, I get that.
Ed Norton, the big tough guy, Robert De Niro, the real big tough guy. They play conservative men. We're all just like, yeah.
Right.
And then like I said, they turn out to be a wet noodle. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. This is just bullshit.
Well, that's how you get the non-protesters that are sitting in the households. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That are not out in the streets.
These Hollywood
running
actors,
around.
don't listen to what they're saying. They're so detached. They could give two shits about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about that kid.
I have to agree
They
with
don't.
that.
That kid's probably got more common sense than they have. They know how to read lines, read scripts, cry on cue. That's what they know how to do.
I could do that.
It's a bunch of crap. Don't listen to them.
I cry on cue.
They're idiots. I'm sorry. I know you were in that. I know you're still in that.
I'm still in it.
Yeah,
Listen.
but just don't turn into one of them.
No, they just go
You know.
over the head, dude.
There's a few that are brave. Mel,
slings and arrows.
keep doing what you're doing, Mel. I love it. Anyway, I need to get this message across to them because, like I said, I'll fix this in 30 to 90 days. We come up with an outline. They turn it into law. They vote on it, and it's done. And then these people are taken away. If they implement my code of conduct, or if they would have, your Renee Good and your Alex Preddy still be alive.
It wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't happen. All right.
I'm anxious to see this code of conduct.
What the frick were you thinking?